All right, so let's have a look at this example on page 374. Now we've got to do two things here: calculate the concentration of H3O plus or hydronium ions and the concentration of hydroxide. Now for this we're going to need to know that the pH and the pOH equals 14. So we're going to use that for solving the second bit here. We're going to get the pH here because we're told the concentration of the acid. So we can get the pH from the question, and then we're going to use this fact here to get that part of the answer. So let's do the concentration of H3O plus part first. All right. Now we're told that the concentration of concentration of HCl in the solution is 0.1 molar. Now what we can do is we can turn this into 10 to the power of, I'll turn it into base 10 there. And this is 10 to the negative 1 molar. So what we do is we just, so to get that value there, on my calculator I just pressed this is a standard scientific calculator, I pressed the log button. I don't have to press anything else. I then just press 0.1 equals, and what it does is it turns that number into the power for 10 to the base 10. All right. So if, for example, you did log 0.01, you're going to get -2. If you did log 0.001, you're going to get -3 because that's 10 to the negative. Running out of space here, just a sec. 10 to the -2, this is 10 to the -3, and so on. And so that gives us the index value. If you do something that's in between those two, say log 0.004, then we would expect a value between 2 and 3. So let's just check that. Where's the log button on the calculator? I had it before. Log 0.004. Yeah, and we get -2.4. 10 to the -2.4, and so you can have decimals in there, and that makes sense because that number there is between that one and that one. Anyway, we're going to do this here, and we know from having a look in the definition of pH there is it's the negative log 10 to the concentration of H3O plus ions, or just H plus ions there. And so what it is it's that number times by -1, and so the pH in this case is equal to 1. That's why you want to get it into base 10 form. You just take the negative of that number there. And if you can get the concentration into that form using log on the calculator, that's all you need to be able to do. So we know that the pH is equal to 1 here. Now, for the second part, the concentration of the OH minus, we're going to use pH plus pOH equals 14, and 1 plus X equals 14. Probably not the most taxing formula you've had to deal with, and so yes, X equals 13, and so the pOH is equal to 13, and so the concentration of OH minus ions, which we are asked for, equals 10 to the -13 molar. There we go.